right, man. Fresh out the shower and get myself together. I'ma need about an hour. I ain't breaking shit down. We don't need no sketch right. So no. Shout out to Jeezy. So gonna read why Max Crosby, trade was declined, and apparently NFL teams are mad because the Ravens strategically, it seemed like they strategically pulled out of this trade because now that people didn't use their cap room up, there's no suitors for Max Crosby who still got cap room. Now, if a team can get Max Crosby, the price has dropped on Max Crosby, and now, teams got cap room, and now they can make it happen. You ever heard Coogee rap and Nas song? You got to make it happen. Living in the fast life. Ooh, yeah. It's called Fast Life. That's my shit. Shout out to Coogee Rap, one of the greatest to ever do it. And Nas, Nas is one of my top 5 dead or alive. Nas. Greatest rap album, especially when you talk about pure hip rap albums, Illmatic. My top 2 most pure hip hop albums is Illmatic and Liquid Swords. But nonetheless, Ravens Knicks Max Crosby trade with the Raiders over failed physical sources. So, basically people was talking about it was fake. People were talking about, oh, this shit is fake and it's fake. And I ain't gonna cap. Your boy thought it was fake too. My boy sent it to me and it was the real Ian Rappaport. I say, damn. And then you go to the Real Raiders page. Baltimore have backed out of our trade agreement for Max Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time. All right. So this is what we seeing that Ian Rappaport is sharing in the game. Okay. That's what we seeing. So at the time I was streaming last night. So at the time we didn't know why, but as the updates came in, we was talking about a whole nother sport. I was giving people the updates about what was going on. And to me, I figured it was a failed physical. I forgot he had knee issues because remember, the Raiders shut him down last season. Remember, the Raiders shut him down, talking about he had a knee issue. He was complaining, talking about I wanted to play. They shut me down because they trying to tank for Mendoza. It turns out now this is subjective to each doctor, right? But it turns out the Ravens medical staff is saying that they wouldn't go through with the trade. So that's the gist of it. Sorry. The Ravens medical staff is saying, nah, y'all shouldn't do this trade. Now, the Dolphins, I'm just throwing a random team, they medical staff might be like, yeah, I think he'll recover. Westernized medicine, a lot of it is subjective. You know what I'm saying? It's about risk. But a deal to send star defensive end Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens is off. The Las Vegas Raiders announced in a stunning statement. Tuesday evening, the Raiders backed out of our trade agreement. The trade was scuffled after Crosby, who has been in Baltimore since earlier this week, failed his physical, league sources told The Athletics. The team, shout out to them, this is the New York Times via The Athletics. The team on Friday agreed to a trade to send Crosby to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks. All NFL trades require players involved to pass a physical before becoming official. Trade can be agreed but not finalized until the opening of the new league year, which arrives today, Wednesday, at 4 p.m. Detroit Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. Everybody know the capital of the East of Detroit. And the statement, Raiders say that would have no further comment. The Ravens did not immediately comment. Crosby, who turns 29 in August, is recovering from surgery to repair a torn meniscus in his knee. Okay, which in the end of the 2025 season, but not expected to impact his availability of 2026. In the statement posted on X Tuesday, Crosby agent CJ LeBoy said Crosby continues to be on track in his recovery, and if anything is ahead of schedule according to surgeon Dr. Neil L. Atraxia. Though remember, this shit is subjective. Max remains on a track to return during the offseason program, and when Ali returned as a dominant game record he has been the past 7 seasons. Per Adam Schefter, Crosby surgeon Dr. Neil L. Atrash, I don't know his name, said that the player is doing very, very well in the earlier part of the rehab, and his timing of this assessment is unfortunate because the apparent rest will lessen as the recovery process and his return to performance over the next few months becomes clear. And like I said, this is subjective. This is the doctor that did the surgery. So at the end of the day, he's a paid customer by Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying? So of course he's going to say everything is okay. But the Ravens doctor's like, hell nah, man. Y'all done up and done it. Them country boys on the rise with their big fat wheels on the right. They say, hell nah. Come get out the South and go back to the West. What do you mean? Baltimore is the South. Them niggas is Southern. Go get your geographical lesson. You know what I'm saying? We already had this argument the last few years. You DMV, B more niggas, Maryland niggas argue with God, or who put the Mason-Dixon line. A 5-time Pro Bowler, Crosby was selected by the Raiders in the 4th round. He from Lapeer, Michigan. I'm from the D, so Lapeer somewhere. As reported, owner Mark Davis went to okay. So we going to hit. So I mean, yeah, they wasn't willing to give up Turks 2 first-round picks. The meniscus usually is not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but also there's some teams that still got some money because they're waiting on Trey Hendrickson's decision. But, you know, he won over 30. I don't think he going to get 30. If anything, Trey Hendrickson is probably around a $20-25 million raise. I think Maxx Crosby cleared up $30 million. So that's could be anywhere from a $5 to $10 million. You know, that could be anywhere from a $5 to $10 million, you know, difference. So I don't really know if, you know, they're going to be willing to, you know, can they make up that difference? So especially with that situation. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he probably get traded somewhere else. Somebody's probably willing to take the risk. The Baltimore Ravens wasn't really willing to take the risk. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. You know, ain't too much you can do about it. And from a Raven back to the Raiders, they're probably going to trade. But the crazy thing about it is now the value drops for Maxx Crosby if they do trade him because of the knee. So it drops. But Baltimore did regardless. It drops. So they might get a 1st-round draft pick. They might get a 2nd or 3rd now for him. So that's the crazy thing. His value drops. So you're not going to get 2 ones. So all that money they spent in free agency, and it's not official yet, either, you know, they paid that center $81 million, you know, from Baltimore. They paid him $81 million. And that's the crazy thing about it. Because now once you look at them paying him $80 million, now do they have the cap room? And they most likely don't have the cap room anymore. They most likely don't have a cap room, so they probably might have to put that deal with that free agent on hold, and they probably got to scramble to find another deal for Maxx Crosby, which another team is not about to give up 2 ones for him. So they're lucky to get a 1. They're going to be lucky to get a 1. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Join the Patreon everywhere. The link's in the description. Say find me everywhere. Hit the link tree. You can find me Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9. Check out the NFL playlist. Peace.